Supreme Rising. Try to make sure. I don't know if I sent it out right, but or whatever. You already know the vibes. It's NAGA the Wise. Supreme Rising, yo. My conversation today, and happy spring to everybody. Happy New Year and all that. I got some interesting concepts to talk about today. You already know the vibes. Supreme Rising. What's up, moms? Blue. How are you? Supreme Rising, Supreme Rising. What's up, Wanda? Supreme Rising. You already know the vibes. So, today's conversation. Because I'm hearing things, right? I'm hearing things. I'm hearing a lot of stuff. And I had an interesting time with the divine yesterday. I took a walk. And I thought initially I was about to go and get into this energy of where, I was probably going to go off and do like a nature build, like record some myself out somewhere talking some specifics or whatever. I thought that's what I was going to do, but it didn't even turn out to be that. And as I sat with that energy all day, the baseline is, right? The baseline, there's always going to be a divided line. The reason why division is an actual thing, right? And the reason why I say it like that is because you have two realities that exist here. You have soulless and soul. Soulless people or individuals or essences that are attached from the umbilical cord of the source of divinity. You got to understand what that means. Your soul is not just sitting in your body. Okay? It's not just sitting there. It's a tether. That tether is more important than your whole existence. The reason why that tether is more important is because it's the pathway of where it came from. When you speak about Almighty, you got to understand every facet of reality when dealing with Almighty is already taken care of. There's nothing else for you to do. You might be that kid walking around watching grandma sweep the floor and like, can I help? No, there's nothing you can really do. You're just in love with the value of your existence. So you feel like you have shit to do. You don't. You can't do nothing more than what divine has already told you to do and treat people how divine treats you. That's the best you got. But then the world does what? It shows you other inadmissibles. And then you start acting this way. You start taking on those characters. You start to identify and agree with a downward spiral in feelings. I can relate because I partially feel like this. Your mind is so powerful. It will allow you to feel something more than the existence of its feeling. It's very treacherous. The flesh is weak. It's just what it is. Okay? It's just what it is. It's always going to do that. You're never going to be in that situation unless divine guides you out of that. It's not going to be that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? If divine guides you, then it'll be that. Otherwise, no, that's what you're going to have to deal with forever. You know what I'm saying? So the ultimate value is the individuals who don't have that pleasure and to have the understanding of growth, you see what I'm saying, and connection, then they're going to be that complete opposite energy. You'll see them and you'll be like, damn, I was having such a great day, but you're so morbid. Oh, that's not what I was saying. It's not like I'm really into that, but why you speaking to it like that? Every time there's a piece of light, no matter where it is, there's going to be somebody to show you their lack of spirituality. Okay, that tether that's connected to your soul, that's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? When you pass away, that 20 grams of light leaves your body and goes back where it came from. You have nothing to do with that. You have no hands in that. You have no control over that. That shit gone. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is a lot of times y'all get in these mentalities of thinking, believing you're in the right place. Your only character is what you're attached to. I'm not saying don't have discernment in earth. I'm saying know where you at. Know what you're doing and know what you're connected to, because a lot of people be connected right to the source and you all the way on the other team. Don't even know. You over there pulling all this divine energy, but you on the other side and don't even know that's what you're doing. So at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? If you're not going to look at your life and understand the pretense of where it is for you, you're not going to get where you're supposed to be going because you're going to keep trying to satisfy things that ain't even attached to you. I.e., example, I don't want to be a pine cone. I got plenty of them around me, though. It's not like, I'm going to hang out with the pine cone crew today. I'm going to be a pine cone. It's mad trees. I'm going to be a pine cone. Hey, pine cone, y'all got... Whatever, yo. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, that's kind of how it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't even want to sit down and look at that because you don't see yourself. Well, the world has a way of making you not see yourself. Has a real great way of doing that. And individually, you're created. You're here right now. You're breathing. You know how powerful that is? You're here. Divine said, I want you to be here right now at this moment, in this given second right now, like in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. And there's nothing on earth that can go against what divine is. There's nothing on earth that truly explains divine, what it is. What happens is you get the deliberation of two particular types of people trying to tell you what greatness is, so therefore you can acclimate to them or acclimate to them. Oh, you got the better knowledge of what greatness is, and you over here saying, like, it ain't, none of that shit got to do with nothing. If you can't connect to that yourself and feel what it is deep inside, and keep in mind, divine didn't lie to nobody. Divine told you everything. Most of the laws in divinity is absolute. It's just that people try to change these things in a way to make it to where you have to question in yourself. So now when you're questioning because you don't comprehend it, that's what? That's confusion. Walk away. Walk away. Whenever your mind gets confused, walk away, because divine is simple. Divine is super simplistic. So it's never going to be an overexerted energy for you to comprehend what divine is. And if you're in that space, you got to ask yourself why you're there. Anytime you sit with your God-given aspect of what you are, you know what's going to happen? That value of yourself is going to multiply. It's going to multiply. Even the negative shit, you don't know that? Like, if you hang around with negative people, eventually you're going to be a badass. And you're going to think that's good until you get in trouble. And then divine says, I'm going to let you sit there so you can figure out what that is, because I'm not like that. This is the reality of life. Like, people act like they don't know that when you're in trouble, divine, like, I ain't got nothing for you. You got to suffer that. Then you ain't never been in real trouble before. You see what I'm saying? You never been in real trouble before. You never sat down and said, damn, I messed something up. You know right from wrong. So why is people out here trying to make certain things valuable and certain things that don't really have weight? And then nobody's saying nothing because you hoping that it works. Oh, I wonder if they're going to get away. No, they're not, because nobody never did for eternity. It's never been that way. It's always going to be the way of the divine and the way of man. It's never going to be no other than that. Now, to the point of the conversation, this whole reason why I wanted to go live today is because each and every one of you are so damn special in your own particular way. And I'm not talking about no remedial English, your favorite science teacher, the math teacher that always gives you the sticker, the scratch and sniff. I'm not talking no shit like that. I'm not talking about special that way. I'm talking about individually, everybody is special. Let me show you what light is. Let me really prove to y'all and give you a understanding about what light is. So you can understand the value of what you truly are in its full totality, because you don't know. You don't know. You just think that the light you have, I'm glowing, I'm pretty, I got a good heart, divine. That's what most people think. They don't really know what the light is, okay? So let me break down and give you a clear understanding of what light is, all right? Light travels over everything. It's the availability to access unknown when you are in darkness. So the light had to turn on so you can see the unknown. That's not all it did. When that happened, anything that didn't have light in its place, that light touched it, it created it. Whatever needed to be created. So the first world was the water. The light would go through the water, penetrate through the water, and create life in the water. That's what light would do. It would go in the water and create life. Okay, anywhere there's water, little small puddles of water, drops of water that got hit by light, it would start creating life. If you think I'm bullshit, and take a bag, a plastic bag, right? A regular Ziploc bag, put water in it, staple it to your wall outside, or tape it to your fence, or hang it out somewhere. I guarantee you, give it a few days, that inside that water is going to grow algae, right? It's going to grow life. And whatever grows in that water is going to live in that water. And you can zip it closed. It doesn't even have to be open. The light penetrates through objects. Just like the soul goes through flesh, Everything goes through things. So that means you carry a life force inside of you, not just for you, but when you reach it to its full potential, that means you can shine out of you every single potential known in existence. Creator, image of. We're not talking about just children. That was your first access. We're talking about trees, rivers, skies, suns, birds, animals, everything. Everything comes out of you. So the world wanted to mix that energy up, so you didn't understand what to do with your light. You know what that means, what to do with your light? That means I'm going to get you aggressed. I'm going to have you in different emotional patterns to where your light is now focused on individual things that have nothing to do with life. The great mothers that are walking around, the mothers, the females who speak life. What you believe, what you see that needs have belief in, if you stand behind it, it literally comes into fruition. You don't know this? Great mother. Individually, this is who each and every one of you are in your own right. Each man has a light inside of him of direction and creation. Those clashes in between those two things create new elemental factors. As far as y'all know, we got fire, wind, water, and earth. You haven't clashed nothing else together in the universal frequency to bring forth nothing. But everybody got some shit to say. You want to understand divinity. Divinity shows you its process and continuance. Where in that continuance pattern are you? Probably at the very beginning. Still trying to comprehend what's in front of you, but not accessing the ultimate consciousness, which is infinite. Consciousness is infinite. It doesn't run out. But the scientists tell you, you only use a certain percentage of your brain. So if what created me is infinite consciousness, wouldn't that entail that I need to sit with what created me to increase the value of the percentages of what I use as far as brain capacity? Stop letting people tell you what shit is. Y'all love to be followers instead of standing in the leader place of what you are. You're a child of divinity. You literally have an infinite light inside of your body unless you end it. How do you end your light? Putting your focus on shit that really don't matter. Oh, I did that for them. I wonder why they wasn't appreciative. Because you did it for something that didn't have the equated value to appreciate you. Your fault. See, we're here to be in sin and learn the difference from this value. We're here to be in imperfectness, to say, no, I made a choice. I can see that by experience that didn't have the capacity to appreciate me. So now I have to find something in more of my categorized circumstance, meaning more light like me. It's so much mix here. It's so much mix, and you just find yourself in front of somebody's face thinking, oh, this. No, it don't work like that. Know yourself first. That's why I started with knowing yourself. Knowing yourself is not knowing the flesh. It's knowing the soul inside you and where it came from. Sit with that for a while. Like, stop talking so damn much. Sit with that. Just sit with yourself. Literally, look at yourself like, damn, I said it like that. I move like this. I think like this. Damn, you know what? I'm not really doing the justice by the Most High. I'm not even doing justice by what the Most High allowed me to do. I need to tighten up. You should do your own introspection. You shouldn't have nobody tell you nothing about yourself. You should be able to look at yourself and be like, yo, I fucked up. I've been living fucked up for the last 20 years. You should be able to do that. If you can't do that, that means you are on the wrong side of what accountability looks like. And now your DNA doesn't even have that as a function. So what are your children going to do? Not take accountability? Whose fault is that? Yours. Why? Because you never did it. So you're going to force something that you never did do what you never did, and it's not even in your DNA to do. Make it make sense. Oh, we can train them and eventually they'll get it, but you never did it. So the essence don't come off of you. See, we are part of the sun. The sun emits light. As the sun emits the light, it gives off the value of creation and growth. So if I give off love, when you come around me, you're going to feel that. I'm going to give off the same value of love. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything that we are to inhabit is what we to post out of us. You're not supposed to show up. I'm going to tell you I'm loyal. Nah, let me feel that loyalty up off you. Don't tell me you love me. Let me feel that love. I want to feel that shit wrap around me. You know what I'm saying? You get other people in the world. I don't know about this one because she always attached to me. Maybe she truly love you, boo-boo the fool. And if that's the case, he acting, you need to realize that he's not the one for you because he doesn't accept what you got. He's not accepting what you bringing. Like, that's how this shit really, really work. Like, if y'all not gonna sit down and say, I understand the cup that contains me and another cup that can appreciate the containment, then you're choosing cups with holes in it. You're choosing processes with holes in it. And that's why it don't work in your mind, because mentally you're not acclimating to what you are and how that works. Fish needs a fishbowl. Period. Fish needs a fishbowl. Without the fishbowl, it can't survive. You put it in anything dry, heat, whatever. You're making fried fish. You're making, fish and chips. We having Sunday brunch, some shit like that. It's just not going down. So you can't keep forcing yourself to be a part of energy that don't serve you. You are literally a ball of frequency. The flesh can't do nothing without that energy inside you. It can't do nothing. So even me talking right now is nothing but my soul being filtered through my flesh. Peep game. I'm sitting down right now talking to you, giving you love. This is my soul being filtered through my flesh. So my self-control allows me to acclimate or adhere to what my soul is trying to say, what gives me the opportunity to share love. Divine love that's given to me. No different. Everybody has the same opportunity. So don't be like, oh, I don't know why it feels like this around you. It's called genuineness. It's called authenticism. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do, not because I'm not gaining nothing from this. I come on these lives, I might get 60 cents. There's been days I come on here, I get 2 cents, but I'll put 2 hours in. And anything divine give me, you can go cross-reference truth. It's a fact. See, only the strong survive. And the strong survive because they're able to adhere to what divine wanted from us in continuance. That's your workout. How much can you show up like divine? Baby divine. How much can you show up? Or are you going to go complaining about showing up to people? Oh, I did this, I did that. So, divine, to take that shit right up out your hand. You won't even be able to do it no more. Now go complain about what you throwing in somebody's face. I did this, I did that. All right, well, divine, take the access from you being able to. Now you can't say it no more. Like the Matrix. Y'all owe me a phone call. How you gonna make a phone call without a mouth? That shit went right over everybody's head. He was afraid. He was in his weakness. Well, you owe me a phone call. Well, you can't make a call without a mouth. See, other things try to play the role of divine all day. You tough, right? You tough, right? Just saying, man. It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna really sit down and think about this because you want to stay in line to something. Well, even hard-headed children get respect from their parent because they're not gonna just take what the world say. They gotta wait for your parent to put that on them. Well, that's what divine doing. Divine like, nah, I got you. I got you. Don't listen to man. Pray hard to be in line with the divinity. I'm serious. Do you not know it is not biblical? No way, shape, and form. There's nothing spirituality that falls in the Bible. What happens is they take from spirituality to write the Bible. That's why some things in the Bible is absolute, because you cannot change the word or the intention of divinity. Divine, I speak to you with intention. You can't change that no matter how you want. And things that lack soul definitely can't change it because they didn't feel it in the first place. So how they going to change it? They like, we got to write it the way it is. They can't change it. This is unfathomable energy. You got to understand what you're capable of reaching. I can't wait till some of y'all wake up. Oh my God, I want you to wait. I'm so bad. I want to see what divine created for real. I want to have conversations in that capacity. Other brothers and sisters, other light rays of divinity. I would love to. Wow, I can finally just sit down and actually feel the same energy that I put out. That shit crazy. It's not much. And I'll push and pull and say all types of slick shit to piss people off, to do different things, to move shit in all types of ways. You know why? Because even in the 24 laws of Mayat and the 24 confessions of Matt, Mayat speaks to the fact that my flesh does a lot. It moves around, but my soul don't move. My soul don't do nothing. My flesh may do. So then in the same aspect, my flesh ain't, I'm not receiving nothing by doing what I do, not via the flesh. My soul got to eat. So that means the inside of me got to be on point. My intentions got to be on point. Listen what I'm saying. My intentions got to be on point. So even if you think the way it came off sounded crazy, if you don't listen, you would think that. You would judge. You'll be like, nah, I don't like that. I don't care what you like. I'm doing this for the divine. I ain't even doing it for me. Because most of the shit I do, I don't understand. I got to go get guidance for. I'm here just like you. I'm breathing just like you. But my choice was to submit to the divine at a young age. That was my choice, because niggas like me in different situations, we ain't had nobody. We ain't had nobody protecting nothing. You had to do what you had to do. And if you didn't make it, you would end up in a worse situation. I done seen too many of those doors. Cross that door, there's no return. We take you in this room, ain't no go. It was so serious. I done seen that shit too many times. They're like, oh man, nah, yo. Divine, I swear, divine, if you could just help me learn better. I need to learn better, because ain't nobody. And I was a kid, yo. I was a whole kid. Teenager type shit. So I learned from literally doing stuff. And I would see people get different levels of knowledge and claim that was being a man, or claim that was their level of aggression, or claim that's what style was, or coolness was, or the solidification of going in a growth direction. Me personally, as a young kid, I could tell they all was stupid. I was like, y'all are stupid. You talk too much. You don't make no moves by yourself. You don't get to the end of accumulation and then move. You accumulate, then talk big, and then try to move, but then you broke because you don't know what you're doing. You run your mouth too much. You speak it away. They said you want divine to laugh at you. Tell them you're playing. So look how cocky got everybody in a lot of situations. And, oh, I remember I love them, but they in prison for 30. Yeah, of course. Talk too fucking much. Even two people. Do you not know you're not supposed to tell your shit? I'm going to tell you shit. Well, I'm going to tell you anything for. I'll tell you what you think you need to know. You know, ahead, take that. You know what the liar is? The liar is an instrument. The liar is an instrument. Before you became a liar, it was an instrument, because the liar will make you listen to its false sounds. Its false sounds of beauty, and you will fall in love with it. How you going to fall in love with something inanimate? That was back then, before that was even a thought pattern. So it became the liar. To lie, the liar. You know, it came from Hermes, the one that was able to manipulate. Hermes was supposed to be the first, and the story goes, the way they tell the story is, Hermes when he came out of the womb, and he was created by a god and an elf or a nymph. And when he came out of the womb, Hermes was a baby before he was able to walk. And before they turned their head to feed him or something like that, Hermes had robbed 3 merchants, stole gold from somebody else and did something heavy, and was back in the crib before they turned around to feed him the baby. And everybody at the door like, he robbed us. And they like, robbed you? We just turned around to give him the bottle. That's how fast he ran. He ran so fast that he did all that and then was back in the bed sleep before they knew it. He wasn't even walking yet. So they was like, yeah, he's the master thief. They said Hermes was the master thief. So he didn't explain it. So he was the liar. I didn't steal nothing. I didn't do it. You got to prove it. How do you prove in between time and space? So they gave him the charge over being the master thief, the master liar, with speed. A lot of these stories, these people romanticize, but you're never supposed to romanticize nothing other than the divine. All praises goes to the Most High. So when these situations are taking place, you got to ask yourself, aren't these the same people who said don't follow no other gods, but you are creating gods for people to follow? In a negative attribute? Nobody thought about it like that. Nobody said, damn, we're not supposed to follow in other things as far as this religion says. But on this scale of reality, you are creating values of people that go against life as a hero form. There's same difference. No, you want to play the role of these individuals, but you don't want to do the salvation within your own culture. And you're like, well, that's not my fault. But your morale is getting low as shit. Ain't going to be none of us left after a while just for $1 bill. Man, that shit sound crazy. That shit sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I love what I come from. I love seeing my people smiling together, you know, different realities. And I love seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I love being around my people on some real type time. I don't know. I'm cut from another cloth. I'm cut from the old school to where if you thought you was about to do something to 30 niggas I'm sitting with, you got more problems. It can be 100 of y'all out there. We gonna run through all 100 of that. This ain't no video game. It ain't gonna be 100 against 30 and our morale gonna drop because it's more y'all. No, we gonna hurt everything. That's just what it is. Like, we gonna turn up superpower type shit. You're gonna need a lot more. It's 300 out. You know, the movie 300? Yeah. We powerful like that. But that's the whole thing. The narrative has to be put against the value of divinity. Our culture is the strongest culture known, and we are the progenitors of everything. We teach it all. We show it all. So if you don't know what you're doing in your boredom and your lost mentality, you are actually teaching people how to fail because you're letting life fail you. No, you're supposed to use life to win. You're a part of it. You breathe in divine every minute. Right now, if you're listening to my voice, you're breathing in divine. It's keeping your consciousness alive. It's what's going on with you right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, it's all up to you how it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to you how it's going to work out. You can go out here and try to put yourself in a world that's not of you and wonder why you're draining out so much energy, because what you're involved in, it's not really for your soul. I know it's scary without this, without that. That's because they deprived us in a world that we never needed that in the first place. So now you think, oh, what I need to do, I got to get all what I need so I can be right here. Just do what you're supposed to do and we're not going to get in no trouble. That was a law. Think about that for a minute. Do what you got to do so nobody gets in trouble. So now you've already placed man above you as far as authority. Do what you got to do. That means whatever the process that man wants you to do. So now you've already walked away from the divine and you're subject to the failure aspect. You just walked away from divinity out of fear. Out of fear. You talking about just do this and we'll be all right. No, do this. Divine ain't never said that. Nah, I'll become hard-headed. That's when the kids start becoming hard-headed. They looking at you like, do what? To them, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. And that's when you get that talking back from a child, an innocent. They're like, nah, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to be strong. They see you, they see it in your heart. And once you become weak and you show your children you're weak to something other than, that's when the respect leaves. Because they believed in you. They believed you was going to protect them no matter what. And the world kept punching. The world kept punching until even what protects the children had fear. And they'd be like, no, just listen to them. Don't fight back, baby. Just let them do it. I'm watching on camera. They hold down punching a dude with cuffs on in the face. He can't even do nothing. He got cuffs on. And she's saying, stop resisting. I'm like, you're yelling at your son to stop resisting. He has cuffs on and they're punching him in his face. And you're saying, stop moving. He got cuffs on, yo. They got whole utility belts on, bulletproof vests, capes and shit, superpower flashlights and all this other stuff. Electrical powers that come out of a box. They hold Terminator out here and you on the ground talking about, baby, stop fighting. They got cuffs on him, lady. And you don't feel no type of way? The best you got is stop fighting? If that wasn't the largest form of brainwashing I've ever seen in my existence, I was like, oh, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. You should have threw your life away at that point. As a mother, you should have said, you know what? My life don't matter. If this is what it is in front of me right now, my life don't matter. I'm going back to the Most High for this one. Turn up. What you scared for? Everybody tough when it's time to turn on your own people, but you ain't tough when it's time to stand for them. So what you living for? You already walking dead. You're not even fighting for what's giving to you. Divine gave you unconditional and life everlasting. He said, come to me. You will not know these things. Do you know what the word in the world, not of the world means? You're here, not of it. So come back to divine and watch everything else go to shit while you're here, but you won't deal with it. Oh, no, you can't do that because, you know, some people nosy as hell. So you got to, oh, what they went, oh, they did. All that shit. You don't know how to mind your damn business. You don't know how to come to divine and sit still. You don't know how to do none of that. So as soon as you go turn your head and you in everybody's business, that's what happens. You know, back in the day, and I just was talking about this the other day, I was like, yo, back in the day we was growing up, they used to be like, you keep making your face like that, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck like that. And as I got older, I used to think that shit was real. I used to be like, yo, it's real. You can get stuck, make it. And then I would get older and I pay so close attention and I remember shit so much. I'm sitting there looking like, damn, yo, they always used to be like that. So you see, their face start changing in certain ways, not all the way, but like little ways. Like you always angry, so you get like the the eye marks, you know, like you, because you always talk like, you could tell a liar face. A liar face is set a certain way. Like a person who lies, you could tell because they always curve their face in the same way. A person who's honest, they're always optimistic. So it pops an optimistic energy off them. Each original character is based off how the person shows up. You can tell who they really are when you first see them. You can tell when people are really good and they've been damaged a lot. And then after they be good, they automatically start waiting to see if you're going to do something. You can see shit like this in people. You can see the traumas in how people move, yo. You can tell the traumas in how people talk. If you're not paying attention in the world, you're missing a whole bunch. And that's probably because you fucking selfish. If you selfish and you only think about yourself 24/7, yeah, you probably in that narcissist line. Like you only think about yourself. You don't see nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And when you do something, it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? No, we got to have an open understanding. You know what I'm saying? In some of these situations, keep in mind, y'all need to stop saying, oh, you know what? We all going through stuff, because what affects you one way may affect this person 10 times more. A person can be in love with their partner, right? And that partner break up with them, and that hurt that person like somebody died. You be like, oh, it's more fish in the sea. So now you telling them they wasn't able to love the way they did, or what the type of love they had with that person, it wasn't valid. No, they're able to feel how they want to feel about whatever they put themselves involved in. You don't get to tell them how the fuck they feel, and that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. See, being there for me is not telling me my problem is not as serious as what it is. That's not being there for me. That's nurturing me through what I'm feeling. That's what love is. And every time it's not for everybody to know. So you got to go run and put it on the news. Bulletin. Somebody has fell and scraped their leg and they are in pain. No, that's not reality. That shit is stupid. You don't got to spread it around the world. You just be there for somebody. Yo, y'all don't know what being like really loving somebody look like. And that's why I think I'm on another planet. I'm like, I got to be on another planet, because I be saying shit and people look, oh my God, what is he saying? That can't happen. Why? Why? Because it's real? Why? Because it feels good? Why? Because you ain't think about it first? Why? Because you thought to take from somebody before you want to give? That shit crazy to me, yo. So yeah, this not about make sure you get what you supposed to get. Make sure you get yours. That shit is crazy to me. It's insanity. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't never like the shit I say. I don't never care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for you. I'm here for what's right. If it's right in life, I'm here. Let's kick it. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not with lying to nobody, manipulating, none of that shit. If divine, and I've been in situations, yo, where divine would show me salvation, and sometimes I would feel like it's bad. I'd be like, I don't want to do this, divine. That I was just doing. He'd be like, that's not what it's for. It's because you're a better version. I'm like, yo, what the fuck does that even mean? It was hard for me to walk into almightiness. Still is right now. I feel some type of way a little bit. It's because I'm still young. I'm a grown man, but to the divine, I'm a baby. To the divine, I'm a whole baby out here. I'll never be the divine, and I'll never want to even walk in them shoes. I'll never want that burden. I'll never want to be the one like, I'm the almighty of all things. This ain't TV. It's not Skeletor and He-Man. We're not doing that. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, Transformers more than meets the eyes. We're not doing that, yo. We're not doing none of that. I have the power shit. Nah, divine got this power. I ain't about to go lift up no tanks or none of that shit and knock down buildings. Unless divine said, I charge you with the whole entirety of the sun. And I'm glowing, I'm glowing out here like Neo. Yeah, then that's something different. They be like, yeah, he done gave him the power. But until then, nah, yo, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I ain't picking up nobody burdens. And don't make me go to a place I don't need to go. Because if divine give me a snap factor, and I say these snap factors, they do exist. Sometimes people think you're not supposed to be mad about your feelings. That is not true. If I truly love something, I'm truly involved in it, and you hurt my feelings, it's all balanced when it's time for me to show my ass, because you gave it out like that, so I can give it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you mad because... No, I'm mad because I was truly involved. I'm mad because I trusted and I believed. I'm mad because I invested my value into that for pretenses of future growth. Yes, I'm mad. You let me down. This is not me sad because you played a game better. That shit is dumb. We're not playing. I'm a whole grown person out here. What are we playing about? See, all this you hating type shit, that shit is corny. And we got to keep in mind, children only think the way they do because they don't know shit. So, oh, I'm handsome, I'm extra cute, the body, yeah. Those are low level attraction values. Everybody on the damn planet is cute to somebody. Even people who are not too attractive, they cute to somebody. A pug dog, one of them little short dog with the smush face, people love them. People love them. I wouldn't kiss that. You know, the Men in Black dog, I wouldn't kiss that. That's not the type of dog I like. But other people, oh, they're so beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Like, so one thing has nothing to do with the next. So all this aesthetic shit, it's not about what love is. It's not, oh, I like this because you wear the right shirts and the right shoes and da-da-da. That shit is dumb. If you love somebody, you love them. Period. End of sentence. And love them for real. Love them through the crust on their toes, the hot mouth, the stinky armpits, the shitty draws, everything. Love them. Love them all the way. And if you can't get past the version of what you think love is, you'll never get to understand what unconditional love is fully. Because you're not growing it. You're not trying to get through what you think conditions are. See, divine don't make no mistakes with none of us. We are here to rise to our divinity, yo. That's what we're here for. We're all here to rise up in your own right because you're beautiful in your own freaking way. Male and female, y'all all gorgeous as shit. Divine has it labeled like that. I created you. You don't have to try to get me. You're living in my energy. I need you to realize you're living in my energy. Divine is in the world, not of the world. So divine is here. You don't think right. Literally. And you keep forcing yourself away from the fact of what you living in. Make that shit make sense. No unconditional nothing because you over here trying to hold on to hold on. If I hold on a little tighter. And then while you holding on so damn tight, Divine said, man, give me that shit. Holding on too damn. Man, I'm going to take all of this shit from you. Get on my damn nerves. That's how Divine do. And then when Divine rip it from you, whatever it is, you sitting there, what happened? Oh my God, I can't breathe. Life happens so fast, I can't breathe. Help me, Lord, help me, please. Like, nah, you want to hold on so damn tight. Let me put this whirlwind on you real quick. Then you go realize next time what I say is law. Period. Divine don't bend. It don't justify. It don't favoritize. None of that shit. It's either you do the work and you get profit. Just like you go to work and you get paid, you do divine work, you get profit, which is infinite knowledge. It will really make you a different being here on earth. You will be of the world, in the world, but not of the world. Literally, because the capability of the mind will transcend the values of what hold you back physically. You'll find yourself not even needing a lot of things that would hold you back that you thought you needed to deal with. Or I gotta do. No, you don't. You don't gotta do nothing. Watch the strength of that divine take you to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. Consciously. I used to go to Europe and kick people's ass on the chessboard. For fun. See, I can say it like that. If I tell you the real story, I'd be like, oh, for real? But I can say that because that's how it went. And then they was mad because they thought they can beat me. You know, I'm just a person of color. It was about 4 or 5 of them. I was by myself and I was kicking ass and taking names. I think I won like 5 or 6 games back to back. And it was like, wow, we can't beat them because you can't think. And that's why. And this was funny to me. I was kicking ass. That shit felt so good. It felt so good. You can't take that back. It's done. It's done. Small wins that everybody don't have to know. I don't brag about life. I don't brag about things I've done in life. For what? Brag about what? Who am I trying to impress? These things was fun to me. I was happy that I was able to overcome. You know why it was important to me? Because as a kid, right, my brother, I was in my 1 digits. My brother started playing chess in school. He was a part of the chess club. And he would come on, they gave him a chessboard, and he had the little pieces. As a kid, I'm like, they gave you toys? Oh my God, they gave you toys in school? You know what I'm saying? He like, no, stupid. This is not toys, it's a chessboard, right? So I'm like, I'm not stupid. Stop calling him stupid. He called me stupid. You just said that. You're dumb. And like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I was in my 1 digits. I'm just reenacting, right? Don't pay me no attention. So, you know what I'm saying? So I still wanted to do what my brother did. because he was playing chess. Mind you, he's 4 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there like, dang, I want to know how to play chess. So then he'll get mad. But then he was frustrated because he had to learn the higher moves. So he would work out the moves he knew how to play on me. Right? Like that. And that's how I learned how to play. When my brother started speaking French, I learned how to speak French by listening to him. Not by reading a book. I never took French class in a day of my life. But I would hear my brother practice speaking French in the room. And I would just hear why he said the word and what it meant. And then when he learned I was doing that and I was actually learning French, the commercials on TV started showing French. So then I would take from that too and add it to my regiment. So then I got a whole sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, that's how I would learn things because my brother was doing it. So it was imperative for me to go to Europe or to be in France with the dialect of the tongue that my brother was learning, and the fact that he was playing chess, can go over there, speak to you in your language, and still kick your ass and go home. And that's what I did. That's a story I never had a chance to explain with my brother. I never had a chance to say, yo, Pop, this what happened. And then I went over there and 5 games back to back. That shit felt good. I never had a conversation with him like that. From the point of origin to as an adult. Now, for me, that felt good. Right? Because I remember it from a child. Right? Until I became an adult. You can't take that shit away from me. That's something that came with me since a child. I was in my 1 digits when I started that. I ended out that whole feeling by going to a place that those energies resided in and win. I won. And then I came home. You can't never take that shit from me. It's not going to be on TV. It's not an award. It don't really mean nothing to nobody else. But you know what? It means something to me because I got that from my house, from my brother. I watched that with my brother. So I was able to go to the place across seas to do something about it. What? When I was a kid, you wasn't going to talk shit about my little brother and think you just going to walk around the streets like that. No, I was going to find a way to hurt your feelings because you're not going to do shit to my people. We grew up with a different level of love, yo. And I can't say that everybody still had that same feeling I had in me. I think I had a royal way of looking at family. I had a royal way, a royal love of the way I seen and perceived family. And I would say shit to friends like, y'all don't get mad when somebody mess with your family or whatever. You don't get this feeling inside that you want to burn the world down. And they looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, that shit should be inside your DNA. Like, it just should come natural. Like, you don't have that natural. Like, I have that same affinity for the divine. Do not speak disrespectful about divine around me. I will never speak to you ever again in your fucking life. I mean that shit. If you speak disrespectful about you don't want to be my friend, say something wrong about the Most High. I will never look at you ever again. I mean that shit. I will never, you don't exist. I mean that shit because I know how careless everybody is with their own life. And they do not care about divine until that last minute and that soul about to leave. That's the only reason why you care. Any other day, you care about how you feel, what's on your toes, what they said, how much you got, what you gonna cook. That's all you care about. You don't care about nothing else. You don't care about nothing else. You'll give no homage to the Most High. So, in my heart, I have unconditional love for the divine because I'm like, yo, they don't love the divine. They don't love the divine. How you can't love what gave us existence? How you can't love what gives you your everyday, the reason why you look at your children and be like, I love my kid. That's not the kid you see. It's not the flesh you see. It's the light inside of them that your body actually sees. But you don't love the divine, right? I ain't about to make this shit long and drawn out. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Easter or whatever y'all doing today. Man, pay homage to the Most High. That's the most thing that's important. You know what I'm saying? Even his son said, don't follow me. I'm just a messenger. But y'all got a whole day for his son. But you don't got nothing for the creator. Make that shit make sense. I paid for your cab and sent you where you got to go. But you like, I'm the big dog who got here. I paid for your cab and called it. Make it make sense. So, yeah, like I said, I ain't about to hold y'all. If ain't nobody tell you today, NAGA love you. I love every last one of you. We all imperfect out here. But don't feel like you've been living wrong. Change it. You got a powerful mind and a powerful soul. You make the difference. Start with the man in the mirror. You heard? NAGA the wise. It's always love. There you go, right there.